Hello and welcome to video 3. So now that we have a better understanding of what exactly pattern blocks are and how they can help you to draft your own pattern blocks and make pattern drafting much easier than it was before, I'm going to go through the next steps of what the process is after you have drafted your pattern pieces from your pattern blocks. After you have drafted your pattern pieces to recreate the garment that you are designing, the next step is to determine how much fabric you need. I have created a special foolproof method of completing this part of the process using the pattern pieces that you just drafted. So as you can see, everything in this automated method basically connects and makes a lot of sense after it has come all together. If you have been working with commercial patterns, then you already know that commercial patterns provide you with the exact number of yards of fabric that you need for your project based on your body size. So without the commercial pattern, what we're going to determine is how much fabric you need based on your pattern pieces. And that is assuming that the pattern pieces that you have drafted fit you correctly and you've gone through all the necessary avenues in order to make sure your pattern pieces fit. The good news is this method is completely foolproof and very easy to use and works for every single project that you start. So whether or not you've completed multiple projects using commercial patterns or you're just starting to pick them up and go through the steps of this process, this method makes this part of the process very, very easy. As far as choosing the right fabric for your project, there is a rhyme and reason to choosing the right one because fabrics are sold very, very specifically, and we're going to talk about that more inside of this module so that you know exactly what to expect, exactly what to look for, and exactly how to choose the fabric that best suits you and your projects. The most important thing to remember here is that when you're completing this step, you need to have drafted your pattern pieces accurately in order to get an accurate measurement for your chosen fabric. And you'll also find in Seamstress Accelerator, I give you my secret technique for measuring your own fabric. And this method is exclusively inside of Seamstress Accelerator. The other thing you need to be able to determine is what fabric you want for your clothing design. And keep in mind, the commercial patterns that may or may not have been using offer you recommendations for adequate fabrics to use for that particular project. So giving up the commercial pattern means that you're also giving up that fabric recommendation, which is okay because you'll be guided through a flow chart of decision making in which you're going to choose between several fabrics and then just simply eliminate them based on your own personal preferences. You'll be given all the information and resources you need to make good, educated decisions regarding the right fabric based on what your own preferences are and what the project is. So before you get started designing anything, it is best to get familiar with what fabrics and textures you do like. Whether your tastes are vast or you have very specific plans in mind, familiarize yourself with your preferred fabrics. If you like the fabric of the clothing you already have, then take a peek at the tags on your own clothing. Next, make a thoughtful list of things that you want to design yourself. And if those things are similar to what is already in your closet, then you might try looking at the clothing that you already own and look at the tags to see what those fabrics are. These two strategies will make you a more thoughtful designer and allow you to make more educated decisions to choose your own preferred fabric faster. If I didn't already mention in this video series, Seamstress Accelerator is the new Sewing Boss Accelerator. So I completely revamped and refreshed the course to make it better, more comprehensive, valuable, and much easier to follow. And the bigger bonus is that Seamstress Accelerator is open for enrollment right now for beta testers only and at a very discounted price. The course will be open to a limited number of seamstresses who are ready to level up their drafting skills so that you are ahead of everybody else who wanted to join but maybe decided to wait instead. So I'll be using this beta test to collect testimonials and any feedback before putting the course at full price. So if you're ready to enroll at the much lowered price while it's this low, enroll right now. It will only be this low for a few weeks. So if you're ready to draft and sew your own clothes from scratch and finally get that freedom back and have fun sewing, enroll in the beta test by clicking the button below, and I'll see you inside.